What if I told you that the thing that's keeping you from running, lifting, or simply enjoying your life is something no one else has noticed? Not your doctor, not your spouse, not your chiropractor, not your PT, not even you. Well, I want you to meet Jane Doe. But before we get started, we really appreciate your support and confidence in our channel. And we're just looking to help people find the answers for issues they've been dealing with for a long time. So it would really mean a lot to us if you could like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's dive in. The story I'm about to share with you isn't just about Jane. It's about every person who's been told to just live with it. You see, when Jane walked into my clinic, I thought I knew what I was dealing with. And as a new grad, fresh out of school, I was super excited to be seeing new patients and wanted to get my hands on everybody I could see. So Jane comes in with a prescription from her neurologist, which I thought was kind of weird at first, but I was like, okay, all right. And on the prescription, it clearly said eval and treat for ankle sprain. Now, Jane has been dealing with this ankle sprain for 2 years. And so she shared her story very casually. I was just taking some notes down, not really thinking about anything too much aside from why a neurologist was sending her to us, but something didn't quite sit right. But here's the thing. The minute she took the first few steps down the hallway when we went to assess her gait pattern, something was totally off. The way that she was walking was not the kind of limp that you saw in an ankle sprain. And I want you to remember that she got referred to us by her neurologist. She definitely had a red flag. And for those who are curious, it was a vaulting gait that we saw. Now, mind you, I was a new grad at the time, so wasn't very confident. So I had her do this over and over again, walking down the hallway, walking back to me. And I was just like, this can't be what I think it is. But there's one simple truth. And that is, if it walks like a duck, you can fill in the blank. Now, if you've never heard of a vaulting gait, think of it like this. It's a gait pattern that is so specific that it almost always points to some sort of neurological condition. And again, this wasn't what Jane or her neurologist thought it was, I guess. So Jane was not in pain. She was not bedridden. I mean, her ankle was sore, but so would I if I had a vaulting gait. She was smiling, kind of optimistic about things, especially because she had the assurance from her doctor that she was fine. So why wouldn't she believe them? After all, he was the expert. But I'll tell you, once I saw her gait, I knew something was immediately wrong. So I want to pause here for 1 second. I want to talk to the people out there who have been told time and time again that it was nothing.
It was nothing.
But maybe deep down inside, you knew that there was something going on. But provider after provider just dismissed it as nothing until it became something bad. And that's kind of where Jane was, where so many of my clients find themselves when they walk through my doors. She kind of just thought everything was okay because people told her things were okay, but she kind of thought something was off too. So anyway, I ran my standard orthopedic tests, but as the signs kept adding up, I just knew that we were definitely dealing with something neurological. And in my mind, I thought, well, it could be something like MS. Multiple sclerosis. But obviously I wasn't 100% sure, being a new grad. So I did what I thought was the right thing. I called her neurologist, said what I saw, and sent him a detailed letter. So she went back to the neuro, but to my shock, she came back a week later saying, oh, he said I was okay. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I had a choice. I could just sort of acquiesce to what the neuro said, or I could try to dig deeper and ruffle some feathers, possibly doing that. So I called a trusted physician colleague of mine at Rutgers. And after I told him what I saw, he also got very curious and he ran through multiple diagnostic tests, including an MRI, CAT scan, the whole 9 yards. And guess what happened? They found multiple sclerosis in her spine. But there was some good news. Jane was able to get the treatment that she needed just in time, even though it had been 2 years. Thankfully, she had a very slow progression of MS, but she was able to get what she needed. And her life completely changed that day. Not because of some magical cure, because someone took the time to look deeper. And the cool thing was that she came back months later after getting the right treatment, thriving. She even had a baby, which is awesome. And she thanked me for listening and also advocating for her when no one else did. Now, this isn't about me or some sort of heroic save. It's not about having a bad neurologist. He was probably really busy, which is unfortunately how the healthcare system is today. And this is indicative of what's missing in so many experiences with physicians, with PTs. Time curiosity, and a willingness to challenge what might seem obvious. Now, as a physical therapist, my training gives me the tools to recognize patterns and ask the hard questions, but also to ask the deeper questions. So it's not just about the training, it's really about listening, because I find that 90% of the root cause of what we're looking for in the client can be told to us by the patient if we ask the right questions. And Jane's story in particular is why we spend a lot of time with every new client. And it's why our Move, Excel, Inspire method at Next Level is designed to uncover the root cause. Because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes the root cause is something that's out of our scope and we have to refer out properly. But our focus is not just on what the symptoms are for that patient. If all you're focusing on is the symptoms, then it's no better than just chasing pain, and you might as well just pop some pills. If you find the root cause, then you're able to find the right solution for whatever's happening. So leave us a comment if you tried the pills, the injections, the quick fixes, and you didn't get the results that you're hoping for. Or tell us about if you're tired of just being told that it's all in your head, or just part of aging. That's my favorite. Finally, tell us about any time that you have been dismissed by your healthcare providers, because I know I have too in the past. But don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you won't miss our next story. Have a great day.